Today we're looking at how to create the perfect real estate Facebook business page. Now make sure to stay to the end because I'm going to share with you some strategies and some very important secrets on how to actually generate real estate leads through your Facebook business page, so you don't want to miss that. So welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name is Jaime Resendiz, founder of JaimeResendiz.com, where we're building one of the fastest growing realtor communities worldwide. Now I'm going to share my screen and walk you through step by step on how to create that perfect Facebook business page for your real estate business. Now this is everybody's home screen right on your newsfeed as soon as you log into Facebook. What you're going to do is go to create and now go to page. As soon as you get to page, we need to establish a page name. Now I encourage that you include your name and also include what you do. So in this case, it's Jaime Resendiz Realtor, and then make sure you put that register R. So for sake of time, we're just going to go real estate agent, right? And then in the category, what we're going to look for is we're going to look for real estate agent. And then in the description, you're going to need to take some time and actually write a property description. You have up to 255 characters, but I encourage that you put where you do real estate activities. So Dallas real estate agent. So again, put a little bit more thought into it, but now you can create your page. So we gave it a couple of seconds, and as you can see, a few additional options showed up. We can go and add these additional profile pics in the cover photo here, but let's go back to our newsfeed so I can show you how to get to that stage from your home screen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to pages. You're going to see all, and you're going to find your page now. Once you found the one, you're going to click through. So let's tackle images real quick. As you can see here, we have a cover page. When you go to edit, you can upload from your database. So upload from your computer, you can create a slideshow, or you can choose from photos. Depending on how you're connected here and which laptop you're on, you're gonna have different options. But what I strongly suggest is that you upload a photo. Now, you may be wondering, well, where do I go to design this cover? So you can go to canva.com and get a very good cover, at least the framework to start from. So as you can see here, there's various styles that you can choose from. Now, you're going to go through and decide what's better for you, but at the end of the day, you're going to go to canva.com and design your very own, or what you can do is also design it from scratch through Photoshop, depending on your design abilities. So once you have your cover page, one very important aspect to include is a little arrow right in here. So once you design it, you're going to put a little arrow right in through here that points down to the button. This is going to be important in a couple of seconds. So again, you're going to create a cover and you're going to have a little arrow offering a consultation, offering something free, offering a lead magnet that will encourage people to click through, and you're going to see what that does in a couple of seconds. Now, of course, you're going to upload a professionally shot photo of yourself, and it's very easy to do. Again, you just click there and you're off to the races. Now, something pretty neat is that you're able to create a unique username. So you can click on username, and as long as it's not selected and under 50 characters, you're able to use it. So that's what's amazing. In the past, you used to have to wait until you got a certain amount of likes, but here you're able to create a username immediately. And what that'll do for you is it's going to condense all this URL that you probably are having a hard time reading up there or seeing, and it's going to condense it into something that is easy for your customers and clients and leads to find you with. So it's a great marketing branding play. Now, when we go to the add button, this add button is a call to action. You can see you can invite people to follow you, view a gift card, start order, book now, call now, contact us, send message, blah, 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 blah. So there's so many different calls to action. What I encourage you, if you don't have a lead magnet, if you don't have something of value to start with, then I encourage you to send a message. And what's pretty awesome about this call to action, this button, is that you can select which questions you want to ask. So as you can see here, you can ask multiple questions, then you can start the pre-qualification. So this is pretty powerful. I'm not going to edit this right now for the sake of time, but understand that this is what you can do. Especially in real estate, you have to customize it for your real estate business. It's very important because we do business a little bit different, and you're going to see how we're going to redesign the entire thing altogether. Now, Facebook has made it very simple now. As you can see here, set your page up for success, blah, blah, blah. So 2 steps left, establish your page's identity. You can add that photo, which you would automatically do once we already talked about that. Add a cover photo, again, going to canva.com and designing a cover photo that has more of your personality, more of your brand, your contact information, and a reason for somebody to reach out to you. You've already completed the other steps necessary. Now, the 5 steps left so over here when it comes to information and preferences, you certainly want to add a website. Now, make sure that you add a website that you plan to drive traffic to. In the event that you run ads in the future, remember that your website really needs to mirror whatever site you use here. So whenever you are advertising and trying to generate real estate leads, as an example, that URL that you're driving traffic to really does need to match the website that you put here. Doesn't need to be exact. As long as the domain is relatively close, you're going to be good to go, because this is one of the reasons that your ad accounts get shut down, because you're driving traffic somewhere where Facebook is not familiar with you and that new domain that you're driving ads towards. So again, select that appropriate website. Location information, share more about where your office is at. Business hours. For real estate agents, I encourage you to leave business hours on 24/7. There's a lot of pages out there that say from 9 to 5. Well, we understand that 9 to 5 does not exist in real estate, even though we strongly would wish that would be the case, but we understand that's not a reality. Insert your phone number here. You want a way for your leads and clients to get a hold of you. And then messages, preferences. You can connect to WhatsApp if you want, but from my experience, WhatsApp is not that important. Now, if you are in the international community, then it might become a little bit more important, because that is heavily used in other parts of the country that are not the United States. Now, WhatsApp is used in the United States, but not to the extent and important as other parts of the world. All right, invite 10 or more friends, and then welcome people to your page. So once you have this step right here and this next step, I would not do until I've completed the rest of the setup. So make sure that you hang tight there. I'm going to show you what needs to happen. So what you've done right now is you set everything in motion. This is the basic information that you need to get right. So now that the basic setup is done, once you've set up the rest of these steps, again, just hold off on the introduction to your page until you're ready to go. You're going to go over here to the left-hand side and you're going to go to settings. Now, don't freak out, because I understand that there's a ton of things going on your screen right now. That's okay. I'm going to go to the points that you really need to pay attention to. So page visibility, this is where you go to unpublish your page. I'm not going to suggest that you unpublish it right now, because depending on when you're watching this, you're probably going to go very quickly in setting it up, so you don't need to unpublish it. But this is in the event that you're doing a major overhaul and you want to show up just when it's complete, then you can unpublish it right here if you so choose. But again, don't worry about that right now. Anyone can publish on the page, and anyone can add photos and videos to the page. Starting out, allow this feature to take over. Allow this permission, because you want participation on your page. Moving forward, once you start building a brand and start getting an audience, we're going to need to moderate this a little bit more, but for now, you're okay. Auto-generated captions are off. I strongly suggest that you turn these on. So whenever you make videos, you are going to have those captions show up on your page, which is going to allow those individuals that are scrolling through Facebook to see whatever it is that you're saying in the video, because believe it or not, over 50% of the people that consume content on Facebook, over 50% of those are watching videos with the sound off. Isn't that crazy? So people are at their work or at school and are watching stuff on Facebook without the actual audio on. So make sure that you turn that on. Now, post and story sharing, of course, leave that on. You want that to happen. People can contact my page privately. Yes, you absolutely do that. Only people who help manage my page can tag photos posted on me. That I highly encourage you to leave on. Now, I'll leave you to your devices here. I just want to show you the profanity filter. I would turn this on starting out, to be honest with you. So doing that would be awesome. And then also, if you want some words that are that you want blocked on here, you can absolutely start selecting words. So if you are somebody that has a following or somebody that just will not accept certain words being shared on your page, then make sure you add your list right here. And you can even upload a list of them as long as that CSV is formatted correctly. And as we continue going, you see different options, and then deleting your page. For those of you that have created a page and want to either start brand new and delete the other, this is where you would go to do that. So you're going to schedule this to be deleted, and after a certain amount of days, it will actually go through and be deleted for you. Now, this is just the general information. We're going to look at this for a quick second just so you see what needs to happen. Messaging is one that you need to get right. So you see that these are your DMs. Now, this is your messenger URL, so you can actually copy this link and also have the code to embed it on your website. So you're going to need to go to your Squarespace or WordPress or any of your website providers to learn how to embed your messenger, but you're absolutely able to do that. Alrighty, starting a messenger conversation, you can show a greeting. You can turn that on. Hi, Jaime Resendiz. Thanks for getting in touch with us. Please send us any questions you might have. You can turn on the greeting right there. And I have nothing against the greeting. That's fine. I actually encourage it. So it's up to you, but I do encourage the showing the greeting. And then here, again, it's adding your messenger to your website. So make sure you follow the prompts right there. And then set up automated responses. Customized responses are automatically sent to people in the automated responses tab in the inbox. So you click through that, and you're gonna be prompted on how to do that. So this looks, again, it looks a little bit intimidating, but once you start editing and seeing how things are shown, it's very simple to use. So make sure that if you want those edited automated messages back, then make sure that you come through here. So these are the responses. Awesome. Now show who's sending messages on behalf of your page. So this, I actually leave it off. This will show that the page is responding, not necessarily the person that is responding. Page information, we've already gone through it here, but there's one concise way for you to edit everything that you already input into your page. And this was at the beginning of the video. Templates and tabs. This is where I would go to, let's see, current template. You see a business template, venues template, nonprofit, politicians, public figures, restaurants, cafes. So this will actually set up different options for you. So if you go to business as an example, you see it's going to have different different buttons for your toolbar. So different things are going to show up. So you understand that a nonprofit has different needs than a video page or a public figure page in some cases, or restaurants. So that's what happens if you're in the service business. If you click here, you see the services, reviews, shop, offers, and more. That's the one that we're in right now. So if you don't want to have offers, which in real estate it's rare that you do unless you're a builder and are offering some sort of incentives or offers, you can turn that off. If you're not doing any events, you can turn that off. If you're not hiring right now, turn that off. If you're not shopping, if you will, so you're in real estate, you're not necessarily offering shoes or anything of that nature, I would turn that off. So as far as the things that you do leave on, services you absolutely want to leave on, and you can embed or create a service such as buying for buyers, for sellers, for investors. You can actually put the services that you offer. Reviews, of course, leave that on and get as many people to review you as possible. Now, again, this is all based off of that current template, but you can adjust to your needs. So if I hit reset default, it goes back to that template, and you can just take those off. So once we save everything, we have the ability of going back to our page and not seeing these offers and shop tabs, which we started off with. Now, if you're running some events, this is how you do some integrations to Eventbrite and all that fun stuff. But again, if you're not doing many events, don't worry about it. Notifications, this is where you go to turn off notifications. If you find yourself getting bombarded with all these messages, notifications from your Facebook business page, this is where you would go to turn these off. So starting out, I encourage you to leave all of them on. because if you just have a brand new page, it's going to be, it's a new habit. It's something you need to learn to come back to and start managing them. So I don't want you to set up this page and forget about it. Let's go ahead and turn on all the notifications on and then start scaling them back. Now, advanced messaging, we're not going to spend too much time here. I'm going to encourage you to check these out at your own leisure. Then we start getting into bots. We start getting into a lot of different apps that you can connect here to have communication. But for our purposes today, our goal is to establish a fully functioning Facebook business page for real estate. And that's what we're accomplishing. Page roles, you absolutely need to keep this in mind. Invite more people that you trust to become part of the page. So you have admin, editor, moderator, advertiser, analyst. So this is a good job of detailing what access or what type of access you can give to other individuals. But I implore you that you add other people to your page that you trust. Now, admin, that reserves the right to do anything and everything. So that's the highest permission that you can give. That's the highest role that you can give. So don't give away this one too loosely, but this is where you would go to assign page roles. And as far as the rest of the information going through, Instagram, you do want to connect your Instagram once you get going. WhatsApp, again, for me, it's not a big part of my business, so I don't focus too much on it. But for you, you may be working with the international community a lot more than I am. So WhatsApp will be fine. So make sure that you do that. But as far as the rest of the information, I'm going to let you check that out for yourself. Now, this is how you create your Facebook business page for your real estate business. I encourage you to create this Facebook business page and also optimize it. Put all your contact information on there and include your branding. You're going to present incredibly well to anybody that finds you. Now, if you plan to post content on here, I encourage you to go to agently.com. It's a company that I'm part owners in, where there's customized social media templates for you that will automatically be posted on your Facebook business page without you having to do anything. And if you're watching this message, do not be part of that 80% of you that are not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and take care of that right now. Subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, and I'll talk to you soon.